So Zone 6, you guys are, I would say, the longest, biggest lasting gym in the North Kansas City area that I've heard of. Started in 2017? 2016?
Yep, 2016.
2016, and it's how many square feet?
Coming up on
32,000.
32,000.
It's a massive gym.
It's huge.
It's massive. It just goes on and on. I feel like the strip center that you guys are in doesn't do it justice from the front.
Yeah, it looks small from the outside, and then people always come in and they think the first room is it, and then they go through the doors, and there's a whole other gym, 50-yard turf.
All the catacombs of all the doors and everything. You guys got so much to offer. We're going to get to all of that, but I want to make sure we cover, like, when you first got open, there was very few gyms anywhere within 10, 20 miles that offered what you guys offered, and you still have, I would say, some of the most state-of-the-art equipment you could possibly ask for. I believe you have Kaiser machines.
Yeah, yep, we do.
For our listeners, can someone walk me through what a Kaiser machine does?
So it's all air pressure based. Everything's gone through an air compressor, but you can measure peak power, performance on that as well too. So resistance, all that kind of stuff, it just kind of goes out. But it's super advanced, but it's really good for like personal training, group training, all that kind of aspects. So
sports performance, I've always seen those do extremely well. People always want to see what their score is on their power.
Yep. So seeing that peak power, kind of just as much as you can kind of output, is a super exciting thing for some people. On
the other side of the coin, you guys also have like some unique features. I would say like high-end locker rooms. Mm-hmm. You guys have some high-end, I would say like, what's the word for it? I would say maybe not accessories, but just kind of added amenities in the form of, you have Normatec boots, right, for recovery.
Right.
Infrared sauna. You guys have the... obviously all the nicest equipment, a Jacob's ladder. Mm-hmm. I believe like the only gym I've seen that has a Jacob's ladder in Kansas City.
We got the Versa Climber as well too. So we kind of inputted that into the cardio section as well too.
Do you guys have a sauna?
No, unfortunately not.
The red light therapy.
It's red light therapy. Yeah.
Red light therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So red light therapy. And then the big thing that was like mind blowing to me when I first saw Zone 6, it was the hill.
Yeah.
You guys actually have an actual
it's one of a kind
built in.
Yeah.
Let's see that thing. Boom.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, everyone loves to run up it, and some people sometimes try to slide down it or roll down it.
How many times have you slid down it, Jen?
Oh, I'm not too many yet.
Not no barrel rolls down?
No, not yet.
You could do the...
it's deceivingly steep, so once you get to the top, it's like, all right.
I know the first time I was a little afraid I was going to roll down it.
If I go down, it's probably not on purpose.
Right. You could do the hook, you know what I'm saying, where he like tucks his legs up and rolls down the...
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Easy. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Easy. How long have you guys worked there?
So I'm coming up on 7 years in January.
Yeah.
Dang.
So,
I'll be there 4 years in September.
Holy heck. Well, I will say that I've met so many people through the iterations of Zone 6, but you two have been the constant. Mm-hmm. And I really want to give a lot of credit to you, Jen, because since I met you, I was like, this is going to work really well.
Oh, thank you.
And I've told you that, but I mean that sincerely. Like, there was a lot of people that didn't want to take on Zone 6's the gym itself as like their baby and truly treat it with a bunch of care and treat the people that come in the door as family. And once I noticed how you treated others, I was like, wow, this is going to be great. This is going to work really well.
Thank you. That means a lot. But yeah, Zone 6 is my life. I love everyone there. And, working with Jordan and our owner, it's amazing. There's no reason not to love it. So.
Right. I mean, and I'm saying like that attitude is what screams through, to everybody else that's there now. And I think the members all seemingly love being a part of that community. And you guys have built something really special there. And so,
what would you guys say is the biggest differentiating factor between Zone 6 and other gyms that are around you guys?
We literally have something for everyone. We have the one side of the gym where people who are a little newer to working out, they can feel a little more comfortable being on that side. And then we have a power zone where people can lift, heavier weight.
Can go.
Yes. Yeah, and they can drop the weights and scream.
Whatever
we
you
have
want back there.
people who can do sports performance. People could do sports performance training. Like we have the Kansas City Comets. They work out at the gym. And then we have a lot of even physical therapy equipment. So we're a place for seniors. So we're really, we're a place for, even a new beginner working out, or even, we have people who do the bikini contest and all of the.
You guys also
does that as well.
Yeah.
You guys have some great personal trainers as well.
Yes, Brandon Adams is great. You know, he was voted Kansas City best personal trainer.
Chocolate Muscle.
Yeah.
Shout out Brandon.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We've
so
known
he's-
Brandon for years, and it's awesome to see him flourish at Zone 6 as well. Because
he's a great part of the team.
he's been
Absolutely.
a fixture at other gyms in the past, and so it's just really nice to see him really establish, himself and stick around and really grow his business to where he's taken it, because they've gone really far. You know. It's awesome to see what you guys are doing with him.
Yeah, he does a big part in our group training aspect as well too. He does a lot of the programming and kind of the in-house videos, all that kind of aspect. So he's definitely keeping it new and fresh, so all the members don't get bored or anything.
No, he's next level for sure. And then you guys also have your smoothie bar,
Yep.
and protein shake bar as
Yes,
well.
sir. Yeah.
You guys sell products. You guys have merch. I mean, like, it's really just fun to see a local gym doing it right like that. Like, it's very difficult, I think, on a local level. It seems like a lot of gyms, when they get started, it's tough for them to add these amenities over time. They all have like these grandiose plans, because it costs a lot of money to get started with that level of amenities. And you guys have been able to do it and not only like stick around, but flourish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we were both kind of thinking in the aspect of try to provide everything for the members. So I mean, from towel service to pre-workouts by the scoop to just having everything included within the locker rooms. We just wanted to provide that kind of experience for the members. So
Be a one-stop shop for everything. You know?
absolutely,
There was one thing that you could add, though. What's the one thing you think that comes to mind?
I mean, I think the only drawback about Zone 6 is that it's locally owned. I mean, that's a positive, but it's a negative in that we only have the one location.
Yep.
I'm with you.
But that really would be it. But I mean, we have a lot of benefits to having the one location, and that, you don't have to go through a whole bunch of channels to change something if a member wants something done different, or, if we want to make little.
Coming up for equipment or anything, we definitely listen to them, so we can add things, all that kind
gets
of
right
stuff
on
as
it.
well.
What's an example of something you guys have added?
Recently, we've just put in the belt squat not too long ago. Hack squats, reverse hyperextension, booty builder, all those kind of things have been recently added. So
Booty builder.
yes, sir.
Talk me through it, Jordan.
Plate loaded
Jesus.
hip thrust
Jordan does it
machine.
every day.
Okay,
No.
it is my favorite. No, I'm just kidding. If you look at my butt, you can tell I don't use it too much, but it is definitely one of the more popular machines. So
As far as the smoothie bar,
yep.
what's the most popular smoothie?
The banana nut blast. Everyone likes that one.
What makes it so good?
It's just simple, but it's good and easy. It's got the bananas, the
Yep.
peanut butter. Can't go
Everything's
wrong.
fresh fruit in there as well too, so we're not doing freeze dried or anything like that. So
Did Michael have a background in fruit?
I don't think
The
so.
owner?
He's more
Michael
of a
Evans?
vegan guy.
Yeah, he has a
So
vegan
more of
restaurant.
The vegetables instead of fruit.
What is a background in fruit?
I was like, what?
What is a background in fruit?
Let me get to my point. I know that he owned some security, Atlas Security Company, right? Something like that.
Safe Haven Security.
Safe Haven
Yeah.
Security. Thank you.
Yep.
But I also thought that he owned like a fruit stand.
No, he has a box meal company, Whole Harvest,
Yep.
and then he has a restaurant in Leawood, Whole Harvest Kitchen.
Yep.
It's a vegan restaurant. It's really good.
Okay, so vegan
But-
background.
Yeah, vegan, not fruit.
Not a
Almost.
fruitarian, a vegan.
He
What?
enjoys
he is
the
vegan.
fruit.
I
but,
get, yeah, I didn't know.
You don't want to be a back. You don't
No,
know.
you
I
gotta
get
put
it.
so much sugar.
No, fruit background.
I thought it
Very possible he was a fruit in fruit
fruitarian.
distribution.
Yeah, I thought. What is the name of the fruit place that's in North Kansas City though? There is a
Is it CNC
yeah, the CNC
produce?
produce.
CNC Produce.
Yeah, we had a lot of
they're
them who were
huge.
members.
Yep.
They're huge. I remember one day we tried to go to Chicken and Pickle during the day, and we walked into Chicken and Pickle, and they're like, "Sorry, it's just we're closed today." I'm like, "It's Thursday,"
Like, what are we doing
and
here?
they're like, "Yeah, sorry, we just closed the entire restaurant for a private event." I'm like, "But it's a public restaurant. You can just close it during the day." They're like, "If you have 50,
Yes, if you have enough people.
they go,
Yeah.
if you have 50 grand," and I was like, "Man, CNC Produce."
They got it like that.
I was like, "Dang, we're in the wrong business."
Oh yeah,
Should have been selling fruit.
yeah, man.
Unreal.
I'm pretty sure you sell an orange. There's probably like 3%, 3 cents of margin in there.
I know, man. It's crazy what you can get. We go to the farmer's market and the river market, and I'm like, we got like a whole bag of avocados, potatoes, like a cantaloupe, a thing of grapes, and it was like $4. It's like, man, I feel like I need to give you more.
That's where you need to go.
It's unreal.
Yeah, I saw you walking out there one day. You were making a video, so I didn't shout out the window, but
well, thank
you were
you.
walking like with
My
your
standard,
You
yeah,
no, you
right.
had it. No, you had. We're doing a video with your vest on and your wife. You were walking.
Okay,
down there,
cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, her and I, we try to take that walk every day.
Did you? He
45
got in
minutes.
his car right
There you go.
afterwards. Gets out of his car, takes the video, gets right
Right.
back in his car.
Yeah, takes a block drive home. It's
Just
not that
out here
far. It's like,
grinding
all right.
on the grind today. All right, I'm
Wiping
done.
sweat off. Like, oh,
Yeah. So what's since you guys have been in the fitness industry or in the gym industry, what do you think the biggest changes have been in gym culture that you guys have seen? Obviously, you saw the rise of the tripod. What is it that's the biggest change you guys have seen since you guys have been working in the gym?
I would say online training. It seems like a lot of people are kind of doing the different types of just online trainings kind of deal. So it's like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and kind of get onto this website or app and go ahead and kind of buy this thing and then just kind of start following that. So that's one thing that I personally see a lot is people kind of just trying to follow those things around. So
are they less person to person accountability?
Yeah, big
it takes
time.
that personal interaction, and I just don't think I don't know if that's the as the people don't get as much from that. I don't know.
One step closer to the matrix.
If you can hold yourself accountable with the motivation, a little bit, but at a certain point, I feel like you might fizzle off if you don't have like that actual one-on-one personal trainer kind of pushing you to the limit.
Yeah, I agree. I think when we were growing up, I can speak for at least Kyle and I, but a lot of people were able to find great workouts through magazines, right? You could just tear them out. You'd buy a new, edition of a magazine and there would be a great workout you could follow in there. But eventually, if you don't have the accountability aspect, it's like you were saying, the motivation's not there. So is it the younger crowd, or is it like you're seeing because I feel like the traditional personal training client is in that 25 to 44 range, maybe even older. I'm just speaking from the hip here, but is the people that are using those online programs, are they the younger demographic or are they the traditional personal training client demographic?
I would say a little bit of both.
I think especially the younger people, like the 30 and under, I think a lot of them, are more into technology and doing the newest, latest thing. And I think that, they're raised more with technology than like the older crew. So we still have the main base of our personal training, I would say, is older clientele currently.
Are you guys, do your trainers offer online training as well?
Currently, no. We like that person interaction, in-person interaction.
Yeah, the thing about like being a trainer is it's not just, here's the program, progressive overload or whatever it is, plug in some numbers. As a personal trainer, you have to be there to assess movement. You need to correct movement. You need to do corrective exercise. You need to, there's a lot more that goes into it. If somebody's overtrained and you can tell that they're, and you need to back off on the weights, a trainer can be there to help you. A lot of times online training can't do that for you. And I think
no corrective anything.
That's not me saying that there aren't great online trainers. There are, but I'm just saying like there's benefits. There's, obviously benefits to online training as far as like the convenience of it and probably the cost of it. But there's also things you're missing out on when you don't have that in-person training as well.
Yeah,
pros and cons for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is a big change that's happened in the gym. But I do think that you are never going to get rid of the person to person. We bank on that as a business, that people like interacting with other people. And so,
and we are a small business locally owned. So that's one thing to where a lot of our business does come from word of mouth, people talking and just how much they love Zone 6 and their experiences there. And then we obviously have their friends, family members come join up and then just keeps the ball rolling. So,
yeah.
When it comes to, your career, Jordan, you've been there longer than Jen. And I just wanted to touch on, what has the gym done since Jen has taken on the role that she has?
She's been a huge part. I mean, like within the development of Zone 6 in itself has been huge. So just driving so many people within, having fresh, new ideas has been a huge part. So just kind of setting us apart from other gyms. So, she's been driving in people working her butt off. She just seems like she never takes a day off, no vacations or anything. So I'd call her the classic workaholic.
Mm-hmm. You guys
vacations. You got to take a vacation.
She gets the PTO.
I love work. That is my vacation. I always
You'll
like
burn yourself out.
People say that.
That's what the children say.
No, have a life that you don't need a vacation from. Right. Yeah. That's my motto. That's why I won't do a job. Just for money or something for pay. I do it only because I love it. So I do something I'm very passionate about. So I hate going away. I mean, I have all my best friends at work. It's what I love to do. I have a community of people. I work with Jordan, there's no reason to get away.
So here's a question. Right? When you celebrate life, right? When you celebrate, let's say, a birthday or an achievement or something, where do you go?
Vegas.
Yeah, if I'm going to go out of town, it would be Vegas. But I mean, we celebrate pretty big at the gym. Did you see what they did for my birthday? Like they had a whole balloon thing.
I believe I wished you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
I saw.
But no,
it was impressive.
Yeah, if I was going to go on a vacation, it would be Vegas. But I haven't been on a trip probably in like 5 years or something.
Have you been to Vegas already?
Yeah, I've been. Mm-hmm.
Are you going to see this new Sphere?
Yeah, no, I would love to go there. And I like watching all the shows, like the the Cirque du Soleil and all the restaurants.
You came from you have a big dance background, don't you?
Yeah, I had a dance studio for 18 years. So
holy heck.
we did competitive dance and competed all over the United States. And talk about drama. Dance moms is, there's a lot of truth in that. It might be slightly exaggerated, but talk about a high stress, dramatic thing. I would definitely be that.
Tell me, are you still a part of the dance world at all?
I am. I teach to a brother and sister team that they were. I loved them. I couldn't part with, not teaching them. And they said, "Hey, we'll still train with you." And so Zone 6 is perfect. Even they have a dance room, for me to teach them in. So they come in the gym maybe 5 days a week and still train with me. So
that's awesome.
Cool.
Very cool. What's their future like? They got in big competitions coming up?
Yeah. And they're going to be in a Branson show this summer. So
how cool. Which one?
It's called Kids Rock.
Kyle's wife's from Branson.
Oh, really?
You
grew up on the bald knobbers.
I'm in the Branson, scene at least twice a year.
Oh, really?
Watching shows against my will. Are you picking up any other clients? Because I feel like Jeff, he's under. I feel like you could
more of a singer than a dancer.
No, you need some balance work,
dude. You're not.
I mean, I could use some balance work for sure. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, my gift is my voice.
No,
my gift is my voice, dude. I mean, like, just put me on the.
Jeff has a worst taste in music ever.
Not true.
It's 50% good and 50% just garbage.
Just sing better with the headphones on, right?
Jordan sings to me all day too. He sings.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, man. That's my forte.
Are you into
this? Brings me joy, Kyle.
Are you into the stomp clap stuff that Jeff is?
I can get down to it. All right.
What's not to love about stomp and clapping?
We'll do a little duo here coming up. All right.
Are you thinking of who are you making fun of right now? The Lumineers?
Yeah, but that's the type of stuff.
I don't listen to the Lumineers on purpose, but I mean, if Hey Ho comes on,
just
I'm not going to change
playlist,
it. I'm not going to change the song. Well, I mean, thanks for being a negative Nancy, Kyle.
I was trying to get you dance lessons, and then you had to veer off into talking about singing. Dude, I think you could become a good dancer. You're fluid.
Let's make it
light on the feet.
Let's transition this back to gym talk. Zone 6, again, gigantic, 32,000 square feet, state-of-the-art locker rooms and equipment, awesome turf, great separation of the gym to where it's like you can do whatever you please there. Yep. You know what I mean? You have a giant recovery room. I mean, like, you got a lot going on, but what is the future of Zone 6 look like? I know that you guys, it's like a concept that started local. So it's like, again, there was some big vision there behind it from Michael, and you guys have really carried the torch from here. Do you guys have anything as far as like what you're aiming towards or shooting towards moving forward outside of growing the gym itself?
I think we just want to keep adding new amenities and more to the gym and just keep growing it and make it be, the gym that everyone knows about, in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have grown year over year, isn't that right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. We just hit a milestone this past year. We hit 1,500 normal gym members, and that doesn't even include our 100 members in group training. So
how cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think like 3 years ago there was 400 members.
Yeah, coming back from COVID was a rough period. So
yeah, and so like again, I contribute a lot of that to you guys pouring into the gym. So congratulations on the 1,500 standard members. With that being said, on those like that growth, what do you attribute that like truly to? Because the gym to me looks the same as it did in 2021. Outside of those handful of equipment pieces you're talking about, it looks the same. So how do you go from 400 to 1,500?
I'd say just like a bunch of hard work, consistency. It's just one thing to where it's like we show up every day, just making sure that we're trying to do what we can to continue to provide for Zone 6 and kind of, like she's saying, add as much as we can. So.
I want to jab back a little bit, Jordan, because I feel like the people that worked there before also showed up every day.
Yeah. We have a little bit more dedicated people. So kind of for the cause, making sure that people that are coming in get what they need, service what they need, and all that kind of stuff as well too.
I think we try to make the members really feel special, and it's sincere, and I think that they appreciate that. And so as a result, they tell all their friends and family about it, and so we've really been able to grow a lot through word of mouth.
Yeah, the truth is, I just want you guys to give yourselves more credit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying it like it's this like, like it's like consistency and caring about others, like it's like should be expected, and I think that it should, but it's actually seldomly found.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate that in today's day and age, it seems like a lot of I would say the best part about your guys' gym, if I could try to highlight this in a short quip, is that you guys are sincerely locally owned, and it feels locally owned and locally operated. And I think that the soul of Zone 6 prior to you guys being together and helping run things felt very corporate.
Yeah.
Felt very soulless, felt very numbers driven and a lot less people driven,
Yep.
you know? And when you go, you know, of course numbers matter, but you have to believe in helping the person in front of you first, and the numbers take care of themselves.
100%.
You know?
Yep.
And so when you guys started putting the member first, it really showed through. And so I had one conversation with Jen when I first met her, and I was like, oh, well, this is totally different. This is completely different from every other conversation I've had.
Yep.
And so it's just like, it's of no surprise to me that you guys have grown like you have, based on how you guys are working and how you guys are treating others. And again, keeping the gym, like hospital clean.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
Jordan
how-
stays on that. He's
Dude,
always cleaning something.
yeah.
What's your house or apartment look like? Holy hell,
Yeah,
dude.
same thing, man. You
That
know, we
place
take
is
pride in that, right?
spotless.
Yeah, that's
It's
one
crazy.
thing.
Yeah, that's
Even
all
with
Jordan.
members, you know, our members love that aspect. So just being able to come in, not have to deal with like musty gym smells kind of thing, or underwear hanging out in the locker rooms and stuff like that. So just having that clean aspect, you know, within the gym, it's a huge piece. So
What is it about gyms and like the showers that if you go into a public
I was going to go there too. That was my question.
why is it the nastiest place on earth is like a shower? Like no one wants to shower at a
It's
gym.
nobody's home, so
Yeah.
it's like you know what? I can do something here that I'm not going to do at home, so
Yeah.
it's all good. So plus
I
we got
think they
people
probably are doing it at home.
Zone
I wouldn't
6
doubt
I
it.
hope
At this
not.
point.
Some of the things.
Does Zone 6 also come with a a senior citizen naked in there when you walk into the locker room?
Wow.
Like every other gym seemingly does.
Wow. I don't
just
know.
You know what I'm
depends,
talking
you know.
about?
Thankfully, we offer the free towel, so hopefully most of those
Is that
people are
female
all
too,
toweled up.
or is that male?
I feel like
every
that's
man can
mostly the
relate.
YMCA.
In the local
No, dude.
YMCA's, you're going to find that all the time.
Every gym, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter the gym. If it's got a locker room, there is an old naked man chilling, waiting for you.
Here's the
He's waiting to spark
the
the
real,
combo.
The real question is when
Is it not true? Come
Yeah,
on,
it is.
Oh, it is.
Jen.
what
Is it the same with females?
I don't feel like that happens as
Is
much
there
with
old
females.
wrinkly women
no.
just chilling in there?
No, there's really not. No,
Okay.
I feel like that
They're
doesn't happen
getting
in
all
most
dolled
gyms.
up, done up, and getting out.
I have to know at what age I'm gonna hit where I just
Stop
I don't,
caring
I
like
don't
that,
give
yeah.
a shit anymore, and I'm just like, it's
When
time
you-
to be naked in the locker room all
when
the
you
time.
start hanging out at McDonald's for coffee hour, that might be it.
So
That's
I
a
don't
good
even.
point. You just
gotta
meet
be
up with the
se-
breakfast gang
it's gotta
every
be
morning.
70.
Yep.
None of us
It's
know each
basically.
other
I feel
outside
like
of
it
the McDonald's.
coincides.
Yeah.
Eating their hash browns and having their coffee.
Just to be clear, my dad is a Hardee's guy. Is he? He's a Hardee's breakfast guy.
That's hilarious.
He meets the breakfast
I think
club
all those closed
every
around
morning.
here.
What's that?
I think they all closed around here.
Hardee's?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I have no idea. Are they? Man, it's been a minute. I think, was there ever a Hardee's in Kansas City?
Yeah, there used to be a few.
Few.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like if you go anywhere more west than this, it's Carl's Jr. Right?
Yep.
Anyway, St. Louis, where I grew up, there's a ton of Hardee's everywhere. But my dad doesn't have an old, locker room to hang out in, so he has to go to McDonald's.
He was missing
Or-
one
or
aspect.
Hardee's.
Yep.
So here's my last question for you when it comes to Zone 6. You guys said
It's not about old naked men.
or women.
Well,
We're not trying to discriminate here. I'm just saying that, like,
she
dude,
ruled it out. Women don't.
There's
do that.
just a certain thing about locker rooms where old men like to hang out naked. Let's just
very
admit
true.
it. All right. You guys got something cool coming up.
Yes, we have our
what's
spring
happening? What's
spring
going on
into
in May?
fitness event. It's on May 20th. It's an
Heck
open
yeah.
house, so if you've never been into the gym, or even if you have, you can come out, bring your friends, family. We're going to do a raffle every hour, so we got some cool prizes. We have a gift card to Chicken and Pickle, some gift baskets, and then the grand prize at the end of the day is going to be a 6-month free membership.
Heck
So
yeah.
it's a Tuesday, so we open at 4:30 a.m. and we close at 10 p.m. So it's all day long. You can come into our shop and get 10% off apparel. So
Very
come
good.
in and
cool.
check us out.
Yep.
Yeah, we'd love to see everyone there.
Absolutely.
We have one question we ask everybody before we end the podcast. Now, you guys are both Kansas Cityans through and through.
Yep.
We ask every single person, if you have people in town, we are known for our barbecue here in Kansas City. Where does the spot? You get one. Where are you taking people?
My go-to, I love some Casey Joe's.
Dude, you can't go wrong. What do you like to get?
I think it's called the Z-Man.
You think?
So
It is called,
You know,
I mean, it is the Z-Man.
it's been a long time since I've been there. I just got a Traeger smoker, so I've been trying to take it upon myself to kind of do my own little smoking. But
I respect it.
whenever I'm stepping away from that, that's the place I'm going to be heading.
I respect it. What about you, Jen?
I'd say Q39.
Oh, two solid answers.
Very good.
You got a favorite? You got a favorite item?
I'm not big on barbecue. I know I can't even say that living here, but no.
What are you big on then?
I don't know, just work. But
If you're celebrating again in Vegas, where do you go there for eating?
there's a really good Italian restaurant in Caesar's Palace that I like, and I don't know, I like everywhere there.
Carbone, I believe.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Carbone.
Caesar's is massive. There has to be a ton of.
I think the first one's in New York City, but like they're known for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
High end, very nice.
Mhm. Yeah, I like good Italian food. That's my spot.
You ever been to Garozzo's?
Oh yeah, every Thursday night.
Do you really?
Rochelle and I, our dietitian, go there.
Amazing. I live up the street.
That's where we saw you.
That's right. Perfect. Well, yeah, we love Garozzo's, man.
Yeah.
That Italian garlic dip.
Yeah, everything there is
God's
good.
gift.
Can't get enough.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for taking the time and sharing your stories. We absolutely love, working with you guys. We appreciate what you guys do for the community, and thank you for supporting and pouring so much into the local fitness scene. It means the world to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you made it this far, you've gotten to the end of the episode. We really, really appreciate you taking the time and spending your day with us. As always, we'd really appreciate any kind of support you can give to the show. If you're new to the show, we do not run ads. We do not do anything to try to collect a fee. All we ask is that you guys please support the podcast, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and give it a share. So if you've gotten this far, thank you again for listening and making us a part of your day.